Hello, and welcome again to Not Fake News. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Not Fake TV is not funded by big tech or big companies. We're funded by people like you. Please consider supporting us by going to the link in the description, notfaketv.com. And welcome to another episode of today's censored news. The news the mainstream media does not want you to hear. And while we take a look at this cartoon of the day, and then get right into our breaking stories. Look at it. They really know how to smile to make you think that they're nice. They hate America so much, those two. Israel doesn't advance its case and tolerance. You know what? I'm not reading this thing. I can't stand her. Biden allies may scale back public events to reduce gaffes. In other words, he says a lot of stupid shit, so they're going to keep him sight unseen. Wayne Allen Root, Democrats taking page from a Stalin playbook. That's true. So Jeffrey Epstein's bodyguard thinks somebody helped kill him. Helped him kill himself. Yeah, right. Lunatic Amazon employee and trans activist Paige Thompson hacked into Capital One's network, stole sensitive data from 106 million people. Oh my God. Oh, look at him. Oh, horror movie for sure. Trans woman Paige Thompson, 33, was arrested for breaking into the bank system to steal addresses, phone numbers, and names of 100 million people in the United States. Oh my God. Ex-tech worker arrested for Capital One hack. The Guardian U.S. has spoken out against the transphobic transphobic coverage in the Guardian UK, and we will continue to do so as long as it is necessary. Deeply disappointing that this is whatever. Seems like Paige Thompson, the trans Capital One hacker, would agree with this article. On a Slack channel Thompson created for her business net crave, she wrote on June 26th that she told her counselor she regretted transitioning fully and that I felt stuck and I was in the decision I made. I wished I knew what my options were as far as detransitioning. According to heavy court revealed, Thompson threatened to commit a mass shooting at a social media company in May of 2019. He had also threatened to commit suicide by cop. And this lunatic had access to 106 million Americans' private sensitive data. Paige Thompson bragged about her hacking. Capital One has confirmed that the intrusion and said it affected 100 million individuals in the U.S. and 6 million people in Canada. Personal information was taken, names including the dates of birth, addresses, phone numbers, and email addresses. Social security numbers for 140,000 people were also obtained, and about 80,000 bank account numbers were accessed. Oh, God. Help us. Ilhan Omar claims every day 500 people die from guns, yet she hangs out with care gun-toting radical. Here it is, complete list of inconsistencies in the prison policy surrounding Jeffrey Epstein's death. You know, yesterday I did an hour-long video and then my thing cut off and I lost it all. I read that whole thing slowly. I'm not doing it again. Here's the list that I read. You can read it on your own time, pause it. Okay? Once again. Now the liberal media and Marco Rubio believe you are conspiracy theories for questioning Epstein's death. And I'm going to quote Steven Crowder. Steven Crowder said this the other day. You know, most conspiracy theories start off with one little crumb of truth and fact, and then it bursts out into some conspiracy theory along the way. Well, and I'm going to say it like he said it. This conspiracy theory the little crumb that starts off with, Pedophilia Island. That's the crumb. Starts off with Pedophilia Island. And this is not a conspiracy theory, okay? This is some serious shit being covered up. Smoking gun. Shocking. FOIA document shows the FBI agreed to cover up and ignore all Hillary Clinton crimes in 2016 election. Last August, FBI officials paid a visit to Hillary Clinton's lawyer's office in Washington and begged to see the 6 laptop computers containing the former Secretary of State's classified emails. They were told to take a hike and go fuck themselves. Clinton's lawyers declined to provide consent from the Bureau and such laptops and seized and wouldn't give them shit. Through the documents received from FOIA filing, we now have support from what Perry was alluding to back in 2016. Senator Chuck Grassley, along with Congressman Jason Chaffetz, Bob Goodlatte, and Devin Nunes, the 4 good guys, sent in a letter to Obama's crooked Attorney General Loretta Lynch in early October of 2016 that was recently released in a document sent to Attorney Ty Clevenger. Mr. Clevenger has attempted to find any and all documentation related to the Seth Rich murder for his client, Ed Butwalski. The Grassley letter attempted to obtain information on the numerous activities that the corrupt FBI took under Obama, Lynch, and Comey relating to the Hillary Clinton scandal. Emails. The document is included in the link attached here. In the Grassley letter, he recites the fact that former FBI Director Comey told Congress that, yes, the FBI investigated Hillary Clinton's obstruction of justice and intentional destruction of records. However, the DOJ and Clinton Mills lawyer, Miss Winkleson, jointly drafted an agreement to the FBI that showed anything but fairness and honest investigation into her crimes. The FBI could only search for Hillary Clinton's email addresses regardless if the email address was later altered to some or other addresses. No email from Cheryl Mills were permitted to be searched. This ensured no emails covering the destruction of the evidence was even permitted to be examined. The FBI agreed to perform an investigation, that they were allowed to look into the evidence. Next, while still being under preservation order, Clinton just arbitrarily decided to change the email retention policies and decided all emails older than 60 days, which amounted to all emails from 2009 through 2014, would be not permissible by these investigators. The FBI agreed to not examine any information, evidence surrounding the BleachBit event, despite the fact that the FBI knew about the BleachBit event before agreeing to this. Then, on top of all of this, immunity agreements were given to anyone connected to Hillary Clinton. Wow. Wow. Deep State IRS employee John Frey pleads guilty to leaking Michael Cohen's bank records to Avenatti. Faces up to 5 years in prison. Good. China Daily advises warmonger Hillary Clinton to distance herself from Hong Kong. Oh, that's cool. Zing. Philly cop shooter identified. Morris Hill has a long rap sheet, is illegal gun owner, shot 6 police officer, and surrenders. FBI, indifferent to possible China hack of Hillary Clinton's server. State Department downgrades classified material found on server to protect her. Elizabeth Warren and Kamala Harris lie about the death of Michael Brown. Far left fact-checking. We just read that earlier. Michael Brown was a criminal who deserved to be shot. I think it's obvious. In a blow to Nadler's impeachment probe, judge rules against House Dems on linking McGahn-Mueller cases. Let's check that out real quick. Gerald Nadler, a federal judge on Wednesday, shot down a key aspect of Democrat-led House Judiciary's impeachment inquiry. Last month, the House Judiciary Committee asked federal judge to unseal the grand jury material related to the Mueller investigation. The court filing was used to declare that the Democrats in the House have launched an impeachment investigation of Trump. The Dem-led panel told the judge that it needs to access Mueller's grand jury evidence, such as witness testimony, because it was investigating whether to recommend articles of impeachment against Trump. Earlier this week, the House Judiciary Democrats argued the two cases were related because both seek key evidence in the Judiciary Committee's investigation into whether the recommended articles of impeachment against President Trump for potentially criminal obstruction of justice. DOJ's lawyer argued that the Democrats were attempting to game the system by shopping for deep state anti-Trump judge. U.S. Judge Gerald Howell of the District of Columbia, an Obama appointee, denied Nadler on Wednesday and wrote an 11-page memorandum that the connections between the cases are too superficial and attenuated to meet the rigors of the designating the cases as related. First blush, the House Judiciary Committee viewed that the related case applies to understandable. Judge Beryl Hawley wrote an opinion. Nonetheless, closer examination demonstrates that these connections between the two cases are too superficial and attenuated for the instant McGahn subpoena case to qualify. It's hard to read, man. It's not easy. Shit is hard. Philadelphia mosque plans protest against police on Thursday. Terrorist, racist Phila police. Video, only residents harassed, shove, and hurl profanities at police officers responding to an active police shooter. Yeah, that's disgusting. I'm going to play that. Philadelphia cop shooter is on Facebook live streaming as he fires on the police. That I didn't know. That definitely passed me. We don't have it? Where is it? Come on. Where is it? I literally just watched one cop get shot in the head. Wow. The shooter is still firing at the police. I don't see a live stream.
We see the first of these armored vehicles moving in to assist SWAT as they move closer to this home and try to bring this situation to a peaceful end here. But we already know at least 2 Philadelphia police officers have been shot. A third, we are hearing, has been injured, and they are at Temple being treated right now. Our Action News team crews are on the way. There are multiple teams. We have people going to the hospital, as well as you saw Bob Brooks there on the scene as well. Our assignment desk is working to gather additional information as we watch this all unfold. Gives you truly an idea of the risk these police officers take every day. But this is a particularly volatile situation here in the Tioga Nicetown section this afternoon as they work to bring whoever is in that home into custody and keep any additional police officers from being harmed in this situation. But again, this unfolding here in the area of 15th and Erie, the 3700 block of North 15th Street. All started at about 4:30, I want to say, this afternoon, where we started to hear these reports of gunfire here in this neighborhood, and all these officers responding to the scene. This is the kind of thing that goes respond. At this point, they're trying to bring some back so that they can keep them out of harm's way. Shari and Rick?
All right.
Okay, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. So we're reporting at least 3 officers injured, but there's reports of a 4th officer who may have been injured as well and is on the way to Temple University Hospital to be treated as well. And we have a live reporter there at the time. Let's go to Action News reporter Gray Hall, who can certainly update us on the situation from Temple Hospital. Gray.
Hey, Rick. Well, as you can imagine, it's a very chaotic scene here at Temple University Hospital. Take a look. We're right here outside of the ER, and I can tell you we just got here not too long ago, and it was swarming with police officers. You can't see much now because when those officers got here, of course, they flooded right into the trauma center here at Temple University. We did see the president of the Fraternal Order of Police arrive not too long ago. We saw what we believe was the commissioner coming in as well not too long ago. But again, when those officers rushed here to the emergency room, they head straight in. Obviously, they're not talking right now as we try to gather more information about exactly what is happening. But as you said, several officers reportedly have been injured in this situation. We'll stay out here and continue to monitor this situation. But again, you don't see a lot of activity here now because when those officers flood here to the hospital, they go right inside. Of course, they want to be by the bedside of those injured officers. We'll continue to stay out here and bring you more information as we get it. But that's the latest from now outside of Temple. Back to you guys.
Okay, all right. Great.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Still firing on officers. Kamala Harris suggests her 2020 gun control policies would have stopped. If you like our videos and you feel our content provides value in your life, then please consider going to notfaketv.com. There you'll be supporting not one, but up to 20 different YouTubers. many that you may even already know. NotFakeTV.com is a safe haven for these YouTubers to post whatever they feel like posting without fear of being demonetized or removed from the platform. Please consider going to NotFakeTV.com. Your low monthly cost of only $9.99 a month will support and give these YouTubers a safe haven to work. Big tech and mainstream media are trying to silence conservative voices. Don't just sit there. Step up. Help. NotFakeTV.com.